Success can mean lots of different things to different people. For one person, it may be quantifiable financial achievements, such as becoming a millionaire or billionaire. It could be in terms of assets, owning a set number of properties or cars. For another, it may mean accolades or achievements, such as winning an award in their chosen field. For others, it can simply be a level of freedom to do what they want with their time. All the information in this video has been researched from studies with over 150 millionaires and billionaires and people who have reached the top of their field. So whatever your goals are, here are the top 10 habits with examples compiled from these highly successful people to help you achieve your goals. If you do like this video or find it useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more regular content. Number 1, and in order to start the day right, is get up early. For some, this may be easier than others, but Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Richard Branson, Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter, and many more billionaires get up early, which for the purposes of this is considered a 7 a.m. or before to get a head start on the day. All of these people say that this habit is a critical part of their success. If you struggle with waking up early, instead of going for the jugular and trying to get up at sunrise, try waking up 30 minutes earlier and using that time to be productive. If this works for you, then you can gradually wake up earlier and see what time is best for your maximum productivity. Not only is productivity at its highest in the morning, but arising early allows you to have more time to get things done and plan out your day ahead. This leads us on perfectly to number 2. Number 2 is make a to-do list for the day and record your achievements. Making a to-do list allows you to create a set of objectives for the day to ensure that you remain productive throughout the day. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 and for each day you manage to put $10 or even $1 away, you're making progress, and by any logic, you're closer to hitting the goal than you were yesterday. This in turn means that no matter what happens, if you keep progressing, you will eventually hit your target, no matter how long it takes you. This works with anything, whether it's financial, personal, or a health goal. If you wanted to lose 10 pounds, that's not going to happen overnight. It would be impossible. Instead, you would need to break it up into small, bite-sized, manageable achievements. Each time you lost 1 pound, you would be 10% closer to the goal than you were before. Consistency is key here. Hard work is essential to becoming successful, but even on your off days, making a to-do list also helps keep you organised and increases productivity, as it keeps you on track for the day. Consistently achieving your goals that you've set for yourself will help create a winning mentality required to be successful. Number 3 is to become a constant learner. Read. A lot. Read. That's the mantra. Although it's worth noting that lots of the people in the studies are above the age of 45 years old. And whilst that is still relatively young, technology's moved on a lot in recent years. And the key is that reading allows you to continuously keep learning new things, pushing new boundaries and improving as a person. However, with the recent improvements in technology, there are now audiobooks, ebooks, and tons of videos such as this one where you can learn lots of new things. It's understandable that it isn't always possible to find the time to read as much. However, a good goal to aim for would be 1 useful book per month. There are some great books to learn new skills, new ideas. And I'll put a link in the description for some of my favourite books that I recommend, such as Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I'll also provide a link for Audible for audiobooks, where you get a free audiobook available. Number 4 is to exercise. According to Forbes, fitness is the single most important habit for success. They pinpoint 4 points which correlate to success. Here they are. Build mental strength. Focusing on fitness allows you to improve your mental fitness and well-being. As you start to conquer fitness goals, which you didn't think were possible, you'll start to realise that obstacles in your life are no different, and as long as you keep progressing and improving, nothing is out of reach. Discipline and consistency. Even though you won't immediately see the fruits of your labour, remember that consistency is key for almost anything in life, including fitness and goals in your personal life. If you keep working at something and improving, you'll see the results eventually. Become goal-oriented. Fitness teaches you to keep reaching for more. Like with most things, results don't happen overnight. But if you stick with a regular exercise regime, you will see physical progress in a rather short amount of time. As you begin to see the progress you've made, you'll be naturally inclined to raise the bar you've set for yourself. Fitness cultivates a hunger for growth, and over time, even builds momentum that keeps you going. Mood and confidence booster. Aside from the obvious self-esteem boost that comes with absolutely crushing your fitness goals, there are obvious reasons why fitness makes us happier as well. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins and serotonin, which reduces stress and anxiety. Additionally, as you surpass the fitness goals you've set for yourself, what you believe about yourself will begin to change. As you begin to feel physically stronger, you will also begin to feel better mentally, and you will realise that if you take things step by step, you can conquer any task that's put in front of you. This leads perfectly to number 5, self-belief and confidence. Whilst confidence in itself isn't necessarily a habit, the habits such as constantly learning new things, staying mentally sharp through exercise, and smashing goals that you've set yourself lead to increased confidence and self-belief. With increased confidence comes more success, better execution in your decision making. You're also less likely to be knocked back by any failures or stumbling blocks, simply brushing them off until you find the right solution. Number 6, learning from mistakes and failures, and if you're clever, they don't have to be your own. Thomas Edison famously developed thousands of prototypes of the light bulb before finding one that worked, and Albert Einstein was unemployed for 2 years after he graduated college. In some cases, these struggles can prove to be a valuable learning experience. Like Edison, Mark Cuban and J.K. Rowling were able to use their setbacks to push them forward. Prior to starting his first company, Micro Solutions, Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban worked as a bartender, a short order cook and a carpenter. All jobs he failed at. In fact, Cuban said that some occasions he would come home with a date only to find out that the electricity had been turned off by the utility company. Cuban decided to have a positive outlook about his failures and made sure to learn from the missteps. He said, "I've learned that it doesn't matter how many times you failed, you only have to be right once." And boy was he right. Number 7 is an important one. They have multiple income streams. They have learnt to create multiple income streams. Out of a sample size of just over 250 highly wealthy individuals, 69% had 3 income streams or more, 48% had 4 income streams or more, and 32% had 5 or more income streams. It's so much easier to acquire wealth when it's coming at you from multiple directions. Some great ways to easily start different streams are through dividend stocks, which are simply stocks that pay you cash for owning them. If you're in the UK or Europe and want to get started with a free share of a company up to £100 or euros, then I'll put a link in the description for a free share. If we're in the US, then services such as Webull offer these too. A really simple way to get started with having another income stream is to sell all the things you don't need anymore on eBay. You'd be really surprised at the amount of money you might raise, and after that you can invest the money into making more money. There are plenty of other ways to make a passive income, as discussed in the previous video. Number 8 is devote time to planning. Honestly, nothing remarkable is achieved without great consideration and thorough planning. To be successful and achieve your goals, you have to plan. The planning element makes your dream a goal. It's what brings your aspirations into reality. When you make a plan, it's no longer a dream, it's a goal, and you're making steps to achieve that with progress made each day. Benjamin Franklin said it best: if you don't plan, you're planning to fail. Number 9, spend time with people who inspire them. You may have heard of something similar to the fact that 90% of your results are directly determined by who you surround yourself with. Or maybe you've heard the famous Dan Panel quote, "Show me your friends and I will show you your future." There have been tons of studies on this and the results are pretty undeniable, from whether it's about the standard of work ethic or even getting opportunities. If you have a goal to achieve a certain plan, positive people are more likely to encourage you and grow your self-belief. It's also a fantastic resource for connections, which is extremely important in business. Compare this to surrounding yourself by unambitious people who hear your goals and give the standard response of, "Oh, if it were that easy, everyone would do it," or my personal favourite, "That's impossible." You can probably guess which group of people are likely to help you achieve your goals. It also helps seeing successful people having accomplished things that you want to, and it reiterates your belief that it is possible and attainable. Number 10 is become a problem solver. This is as much about a change in mentality as anything else. It's too easy to receive non-desirable news or be confronted with an obstacle and look at it as a bad thing. But often, if you solve the problem laid out in front of you, then you're likely to be in a better position in when you started, before the problem even occurred, some great successes have come from encountering obstacles. Bill Gates' first company, Traffer Data, a device which could read traffic tapes and process the data, failed miserably. When Gates and his partner, Paul Allen, tried to sell it, the product wouldn't even work. Gates and Allen didn't let them stop them trying again though. Here's how Allen explained that the failure helped them. Even though Traffer Data wasn't a roaring success, it was essential in preparing us to make Microsoft's first product a couple of years later, showing that even great successes can come from learning how to get over obstacles. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks for watching.